On November 21, armed men in balaclavas and unmarked uniforms blockaded administrative buildings in the center of the occupied city of Luhansk. Local separatist media reported that the guerrillas had received an order to seize the buildings from Ihor Kornet, the self-proclaimed interior minister of the unrecognized Luhansk People's Republic. Local separatist media reported that the guerrillas had received an order to seize the buildings from Ihor Kornet, the self-proclaimed interior minister of the unrecognized Luhansk People's Republic. That evening, Luhansk residents reported that a column of military vehicles had entered the city.
Да глянь, посмотри, одни КАМАЗы.
The next morning, separatist media reported that Kornet's armed forces had stormed the building of the so-called LPR prosecutor's office. During the raid, more than 20 employees of the prosecutor's office were arrested, including the unrecognized republic's military prosecutor and acting civil prosecutor. After the arrests, LPR leader Igor Plotnitsky gave a press conference in which he announced that shortly before the uprising, he had sacked Kornet in connection with a criminal case against the so-called interior minister for illegally residing in a stolen home. Plotnitsky called Kornet's actions an attempt at an armed seizure of power.
Kornet was suspended from his position, but it looks like the little man has been overblown by big ambitions, and for some reason he has decided that the court ruling was not a law for him. And today we have this situation, which I would say is not going very well for him.
Kornet did not wait long to respond. The self-proclaimed interior minister rejected reports of his dismissal and called the presence of armed men in the city center a special operation against Ukrainian saboteurs. He claimed the situation in the city was under control, and the men in unmarked uniforms were from the neighboring self-proclaimed Donetsk People's Republic, and that they had come to assist their neighbors.
During this long investigation, we have uncovered a large number of agents of influence of the Ukrainian special services who have deeply infiltrated our republic's power structures. At the moment in this situation, we are receiving help from friendly people and law enforcement agencies of the Donetsk People's Republic.
On November 23rd, the Russian independent newspaper Novaya Gazeta reported that the administrative buildings in Luhansk had been surrounded by armed men, who likely included employees of the LPR Interior Ministry and the security ministries of the Donetsk People's Republic. The newspaper also reported that Plotnitsky, the head of the so-called presidential administration, and the director of the Luhansk State Television and Radio Company had all left the unrecognized republic. That evening, Konstantin Dolgov, the former Donetsk separatist leader who had escaped to Moscow, unveiled a video which depicted Plotnitsky in an airport in the Russian capital. The Luhansk leader subsequently resigned from office. But according to Novaya Gazeta, Plotnitsky will reportedly return to Luhansk as the unrecognized republic's envoy to the peace negotiations in Minsk. Whether he comes back to the LPR or not, Plotnitsky's name is on the Minsk Accords documents, just Igor Plotnitsky, without his position listed. That likely means we haven't seen the last of him.